There were a lot of comments about fines in our last video, and fines are a real risk in an illegal strike, especially if you lose. But if we believe that the right to strike is something fundamental, that it's a constitutional right, as is always said in the labor movement, those fines should not hold. These unions love talking about legal challenges. They never talk about challenging fines. The reality is that fines are added to bargaining. Unions will say that we're not going back until you meet our demands and take these fines off. As one teacher I met said, "We are the hostage takers in this scenario." A strike is a class struggle. And it's a struggle of living forces. It's not a series of legal measures. And a leadership with confidence in its membership and its ability to win is not scared of fines. When the demands of the strike are popular, as the demands of the teachers were, fines would only have the effect of throwing more gasoline on the fire. The ATA leadership should have said, "Fine us $1 trillion. We're not going back until we get class caps." But a leadership with no confidence in its membership or its ability to win is scared of fines. And in fact, they use fines as a stick to police the workers to going back to work. And this is what the ATA did. Compare what the ATA leadership says about fines to what Laura Walton says about fines. She was a rep for CUPE Ontario when they went on an illegal strike.
Province and do the work that they love.
The minister has made it clear he's going to fine your members $4,000 a day. Are you going to pay for that as the union? How is that going to work?
The fines can come and we will look after it. But how ridiculous is it that this minister is so concerned about pulling more money out of people who are impoverished instead of just sitting down and listening to what they need?
This will be an illegal strike, though. This is an illegal strike.
That's the great part about being part of a union and being part of the labor movement.
That's $1 billion in a week.
We understand that. We understand that.
Where's the money coming from?
That will be determined as we move forward. I can tell you right now that there is money coming in from other sources, including parents who are donating the $200 that they got from this government into the strike fund.
But this isn't sustainable for long, Laura.
You know what? At this point, there's a bigger problem on the horizon, and that is the mass exodus of education workers who can no longer afford to do the work that they love. You cannot fill a gas tank with passion. You need money. And you also need services coming in. We don't have enough EAs. We don't have enough custodians. There are schools being cleaned every other day. And there's nothing in this legislation that is going to happen that's going to make that any better.
We also got an anonymous submission on Instagram. "I'm a teacher. In the meeting last night, Schilling's exact words for my human rights being stripped away were, quote, 'I know this is kind of crappy, but,' end quote. Teachers have been abandoned and so have our students. The majority of us were and are ready to defy."